Good day, guys. My name is Richard. Thanks for visiting Richard's Corner, and this is going to be a different kind of video. It's actually a follow-up video on some of the items that I have revealed in some of my haul videos. Being in the vein of thrifty collecting, these are things that I've found at the value villages around Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada, and I asked in my videos for some feedback on some items, and I actually found out a few things, both from viewers and from just my own Google searching after the video was done. So let's start with our Pegasus. Now this Pegasus, I said that it was kind of a neat animated looking guy, and it was weird that I didn't think it was Imaginext, but both Two Hunky Toys and a friend of mine on Facebook verified that it's actually an Imaginext character. And here it is. Fisher-Price Imaginext Skeleton, Knight, and Horse baby toy. Great. So it is made for 3 to 8 years old, and it came with a soldier, apparently. So this is a UK Amazon. It was like £17.49 or £17.49. So not a cheap figure, actually, and apparently a little bit rare to find in Canada. They did pop up, apparently, according to Two Hunky Toys, another retail toy review channel that you should definitely check out. He actually said that they were very hard to find in Canada until they cropped up in a couple of Dollaramas. Kind of a unique figure, semi-rare. I'm not sure if it's really worth anything, but it's kind of a neat find, and it's nice to know what it actually is. The more I do these videos, the more I tend to learn, so I'm glad that I found that this Imaginext character is in my collection. So we're going to keep going with the other items on this table today. The next one I think I'll go on to is this big blue guy. I wondered whether or not this was from a video game or if it was from maybe a movie, but I found out, thanks to Google again, that it is a Team Fortress 2 figure. His name is Pyro. He's one of the bigger characters. He actually comes with an axe too, which I didn't find. Usually, this is actually an Amazon listing here. Doesn't have a price, although I will check it on the seller's click here. And apparently, whoa, that's a surprise, actually. The figure is priced quite high. Holy smokes. Now, in thrifty collecting, I mean, you never really know what you find, and I've said over and over again that I'm not really worried about value, but some of these things that you're curious about, it's funny what you find out. So apparently this Team Fortress figure is quite valuable, $100 even. So if I did ever sell it, I wouldn't mark it up that high. I'd probably maybe let it go for maybe $5 or $10 even. I mean, it's just a figure, really. But I mean, for collectibles, I mean, obviously they're hard to find, and on Amazon they're worth $100 apparently. So it's obviously it's not something I want to get rid of right away. I just found it, but yeah, it's kind of cool to find the story behind some of these figures, and yeah, I didn't realize that Team Fortress figures were so hard to find. So quite a good find. Okay, next one, Bumblebee. Now, I wondered about this, and a friend of mine noticed in one of my haul videos, hey, Richard, was that a battery cover on the bottom? And sure enough, you look, and there is actually a battery cover there. It's like, yeah, I guess it is. I just never really noticed it. I really didn't really pay attention. But it did kind of look interesting that this is translucent and everything, and so I was looking all over this figure to see if there was a switch or something. It's like, what's going on with this thing? If it does light up, how does it light up? And sure enough, I mean, I'm fiddling with this and it's like, oh, wait a minute. This thing moves. And it does light up. This is actually called, I found it on eBay, a Light Guardian. So if I close the thing here, yeah, it's a Light Guardian. You know, he's selling it for about $15, but this is actually a nightlight found on eBay. So it's a nightlight. That's kind of neat. I'm a sucker for displaying my things. I mean, I don't. I'm in my 40s and I'm a collector, and I don't obviously play with these things, and but they like things like this that aren't meant to necessarily be toys make for really super cool displays. I am a Transformers fan. I mean, I am a Generation 1 fan at heart, but I mean, finding this in the toy aisle was really cool. And obviously it's not a toy, it's more of a display thing. It's a nightlight, and there is actually a way to change it so that it doesn't fade right away. This is more of a demo mode that you try in the store, but you can actually change it so that it stays open for about 10 minutes and then will fade slowly like that, so that by the time you fall asleep it's already turned off. So very cool. But the highlight for me, besides finding out this Team Fortress is actually worth a lot, is this guy. Now, I mentioned that Funko makes minis, and that this is a mini pop. And I did say that this was a chase figure for me in that haul video because it's a cool character. What I didn't know was that it's actually more sought after than I thought. There's a site called poppriceguide.com, and I've got it on the screen now. Look at this. This is a $23 figure. The prices on Pop Price Guide are based on what people are asking for it online. So this is just an average price. It's probably the one for sale is probably $23. But the neat thing is that it's not this one I have. I have this one, a translucent one, which is actually glow in the dark. And it is a rare 1 out of 144 packages, released back in 2013. It's a $95 figure. Go figure. So again, a really cool find in a $4 or $5 package from Valley Village. Obviously the person that bought it was not really concerned about what it was, and neither should I. I mean, I just wanted to do some follow-up work on this to see, hey, you know, what is this thing? What it was, and Pop Price Guide usually gives me an idea of the rarity and how easy it is to find, and it's like, oh wow, it's actually worth a lot. So thanks again for visiting Richard's Corner, and thank you for watching this follow-up video on these items here. I don't collect for value necessarily. I never really think that anything is worth anything until I do some research. But now that I found out, these are probably going to be in my collection for a little while. However, when I do decide to sell them to make room for new stuff, you probably won't see it for marked up very much at all. You know, I didn't pay more than a few bucks for the package that this was contained in. I didn't really pay much more than $5 or $6 for this one that was contained in one package. This Bumblebee was amongst 4 other big characters in there, and this Imaginext character was, you know, in another smaller bag. But yeah, it really, you know, is more about just finding cool things. So it's neat that they're worth something, but I mean, I probably won't be able to get that much from the communities here. So if I do let these go on my overflow store, expect to see some much lower pricing than what they might be worth, so that you can enjoy some pretty valuable figures at a low cost. But in the meantime, I wish you happy hunting and happy collecting. Thanks for visiting Richard's Corner. This is Richard signing out for this video, and I hope you have a great collecting day.